Yeah, so man, I done peeped out this whole Backpage being shut down thing, right? And I knew it happened, and I just been giving it a lot of thought, and then something dawned on me, and it hit my head. Now I might be 100% wrong, but something tells me inside that I think I'm 100% right. So I'm just coming forward, and hopefully this sparks a dialogue amongst yourselves. Okay, but for those that don't know, so Backpage was just recently shut down. But 2 weeks ago, Backpage was shut down, and the CEO and the top executives were now being indicted for multiple charges: money laundering, human sex trafficking, you name it. The charges was on them. Like basically they was the P's, they was the pimps. Okay, so Backpage, a law was passed, president signed it, that enabled the government to come in and shut down Backpage, their affiliate websites, and other sites similar to that. Okay, so what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, we'll get into what that means soon. But what sparked this video and sparked me what hit my head was, okay, so the CEO of Backpage, Carl Ferrer, whatever his name is, Carl. So Carl pleads guilty 3 days after being indicted. He pleads guilty. Now, for anybody that's been involved in the court system, had any charges brought against you, or just know anything about the judicial system, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, you are not pleading guilty. You are not pleading guilty, even if you're guilty. Not originally, not your first time going into the courtroom. You are not pleading guilty. You will plead not guilty until, and then the process happens, pleas are offered, different things happen, but you do not plead guilty after at your first time appearing in court after 3 days. Okay, so what does that tell me? This man is a multi-millionaire. He's been in this industry, in this game for a long time. Backpage was created in 2004. He was already on before that happened. He has a top lawyers team. He has a top advisors. He knows. Mind you, Backpage was shut down 5-6 months ago. They were shut down temporarily, but they knew the law and they were already ready to have Backpage open right back up because they knew their situation. But now, backdoor, they was working on the law. They was working on how to still get Backpage knocked off. You think he didn't know that? You think him, his legal team, his people that was involved didn't know this was coming down the pipeline? Hell yeah, they knew. They knew. They was ready for it. They was planning for it. They knew what was coming. They knew Backpage was about to be shut down. You think they did it? Man, it's they bro. They knew. So when Backpage gets shut down, this dude pleads 3 days later after being indicted and going to court, guilty. Okay, so he pled guilty. This is my opinion, mind you. He pleads guilty because he's already this is fact. He's already signed a deal to work with the government and help them. That's the word, to help them. Okay, not only help them, but he also turned on his other folks, his other executives that he'll be telling on too. So for the money laundering, for all these different things. So the head dude is getting off with 5 years. They're saying that he hasn't gone through the legal process yet. I don't know what that 5 years mean. At the worst, he doing Fed time. So 5 years, you do 85% of your time in the feds. He has no criminal record. The dude's going, if he has to do time, he's going to Camp Snoopy. He chilling with the rest of them old white dudes that be at Camp Snoopy with no gate, eating good, living good. I know firsthand. I've been to Camp Snoopy. I know what it's like. You know what I mean? He's chilling. He's in Club Fed, Club Med. He's going to be good if he has to do those 5. He's already an old man. He definitely ain't going to do the 500 years he was really facing if they would really get charged like one of us would get charged for it. Somebody without the money, without the privilege was getting charged for it. So here he is. 5 years is what he pled to, but he going to help. This is where the bum kicks in right here. This is where you need to pay attention. This is where you need to start advising your young homies and yourself, okay? So what does it mean by him helping the government now? So Backpage has been in existence since 2004, right? To now, 2018. I'm not the best at math. That's about 14 years. 14 years of what? 14 years of people using a credit card, debit card, friend's debit card, mama debit card, addresses, emails. There's a bunch of data now against who? Against those that were in the game. Males, females that were in the game. Whether you were in then and out now, whether you in now, whether you play with it, whether you was the homie that let the other homie use your debit card, your information is now in the hands of the U.S. government. And so what's been going on is he knew this was going to happen. They didn't really want him. They did not want Carl Ferreira. They did not want him. Who they want is who they've been setting the stage for to come and get for a few years now. Since this whole term, human sex trafficking came in, and you don't hear pimping and pandering no more. You get hit with human sex trafficking. Force, fraud, or coercion to get somebody to sell sex, blah, 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 blah. Human sex trafficking. The term in itself was created and boosted to make it sound worse than what a lot of situations are. Okay, so this human sex trafficking, what is that? That is the new hit. That is the new hit that to keep the prison industrial complex going, to keep blacks and browns incarcerated. That is the new term. That is the new attack. And they like anything else, they have to build a case. They have to build a situation for you to look bad before they come in, like they about to come in and wipe people out and fill them jails back up. Okay, and keep them jails filled. Not fill them back up, they filled now. To keep them and remain filled. People ain't selling crack like that no more. That was the last major hit, crack. And then you had the gang epidemic that they was keeping us locked up on those things. So now you got crack. Drug laws are being more lenient. They're letting people out. Prop 47, Prop 57, all these different things. They're letting people out. Drugs is not the hit. And you don't feel, as much as rappers might talk about it, they ain't really selling dope like that no more. Crack ain't getting sold like that no more. Ain't no bunch of new crackheads popping up. Crack is old. So you got a bunch of old people in the jail cells doing time still on those old football numbers they was giving out for crack. They old and dusty. Gangbanging ain't popping like that like it was. And even if it is in those places like Chicago and Detroit and stuff where it's just going down, go ahead. Y'all keep exterminating yourselves. Matter of fact, where y'all getting the guns from, we're going to keep pushing those. But as far as what is the new hustle? What is the new hustle for black folks in the hood? What is it? Because we got to be something, because obviously the options and opportunities ain't being pushed to us. What is the new hustle? What's it been? You know what I mean? And it's been pimping. It's been prostitution. That's been the male and female's way out. You know what I mean? So rather than there being opportunities being presented, rather than there being true intervention and prevention and again showing us other ways and giving us other tools to actually succeed, we were allowed to do that. We got into that lifestyle because we didn't know nothing else. What else? What other hustle could we do? What other hustle? Home invasions? Not working. What other hustle was it? They tried the drug push, tried to reopen with the pills and lean and all that stuff, but it didn't go like that. And people ain't majorly slanging that like that to where they can go massively and get us. But the pimping did. You know what I mean? So, and we seen what even got me involved in this whole, just to be clear and clarity, what got me involved in this whole human sex trafficking, this push, and being involved and really getting my nose up in this is because I seen the plot happening before. I seen the plot happening when they start going neighborhood to neighborhood and incarcerating masses of our people, of the homies, 20 people, 23, 25. They did this for Oceanside. Walk with me. This wasn't that long ago. Oceanside Hit. Okay? The Tycoon, Spring Valley, Playgirl Fantasy Hit. What's it called? North Park Hit. I might have just said them, but man, it was hit after hit after hit. They did the 182.5 in Lincoln. That was the only state one. The rest was feds, and they got wiped out. Okay, got backlash from the 182.5. Still, most of them went to jail. Okay, the other cases, all them dudes went to jail. But because of these key terms, human sex trafficking, throwing that word minor in there without really analyzing and realizing what was the situation. Was the minor with the minor? Where did this minor come in? They just throw key words, and us as people take these words as it's just fact. You see it on the news, and you don't even bother looking into the situation, and they wipe us out. That's been the plan. It's been working. It's been working consistently. Okay? And this just happened again. Community to community wiping us out. And the new hit, the new key term that you're hearing in all these cases is human sex trafficking. Okay, so now Backpage is down. All this information is being released. So rather you were swift on your toes and only use some here or there, believe me, this is my opinion, within the next couple of years that you're going to see across this nation massive indictments, single people, men, women going to prison, under this label, human sex trafficking. Okay? And I'm saying that to say this, bruh. The game is not the thing anymore. And honestly, we never really knew and had that we had this potential in us to do other things. We got into this game. Most people, I don't know too many successful P's or prostitutes that was in the game now. Still, you get stuck in it. I've seen it, been in it. I know, man. You know, I done lost many friends. Why, man? I've lost best friends to this, in this, like no longer breathing. We are better off before these hits come. And believe me, they gonna rewind back just like they did in the North Park case. A lot of them homies have been out the game. They rewound back to when they was 18 years old and RICO'd them. Okay, so don't act like what I'm saying is brand new and it's not gonna happen. It's happened. These test cases already went through. The pump in the news, the pump behind the scene that you might not be involved in, but I'm around. This is a key term and you hear over and over and over and over again. And what they doing is priming the people to be ready. So when they come after your pimp ass, when they come after us, ain't nobody gonna come to help. They gonna just wipe you out. They gonna wipe you out and give you football numbers and not blink about it and keep this prison industrial complex going. The best thing you can do, bruh, sis, is figure out where you work best. What's your best quality? Hey man, if you need help, hit me. We'll figure it out together. I'm here with you. I'm not against you. I'm just telling you the hit that's coming, that I foresee. It's coming. They've already played with it. It's coming. And that Backpage dude, it was a piece to get the masses. Okay? They don't want him. They wanted his information. And they got it now. And he working for them. So all that. And then the other end of it, now that these websites is busted down, now it's forcing people that's still in the life to touch the blade again. Blades is back popping now. Okay, so now, once upon a time, stuff that was just recently done behind the scenes, they done flushed you out. Now you on the block. 10 years ago, 12 years ago, they might not have wanted to come and get, wasn't really bothering the blades like that. You could get active across the nation. It was okay. You didn't really feel the threat of going to jail for pimping. You didn't feel it. Pimps would be hanging out on the corner. All the shit. It was not no threat like that. Try that now. Now that this the buzzword. Now that people are after and looking at human sex trafficking. Okay? So now the websites is closed down, forcing people back onto the streets, back onto the block, back doing what they was doing in the open now. Okay? Ain't no more hiding behind the hotels, making your post. Ain't none of that no more. Okay? Because those are shut down. You know what I mean? You might wiggle in these other little options. You think there's options around cool little pages that might pop up. We keep trying to out-slick the system. And I say this to my little homies and I'm going to say it again. The police, their job is to catch you. Your job isn't to avoid them. You don't spend 8 hours a day working on avoiding them. They spend 24 hours a day working on catching you. You didn't hear that. They spend 24 hours a day paid to come catch you. And we continuously think we're going to out-slick the slickest of the slick. When one officer comes in, clocks on, does his 8 hours, maybe some overtime, and he punches out, guess what? Another one's punching right in to continue the same job. And that job is to observe, catch, and monitor you. 24 hours a day. Your job ain't to out-slick them. The best thing you can do is find you another avenue to get your cheese right now, because please believe, a 9 to 5 is way better than doing 95 in the pen.